know if Schumann's grab laps would have hit. That was a great call out with the spike from Zera. I literally heard the comms in my head. I got spike on Greymane. He's like, oh, word, I'm going to slide this. And then they slid it. And KT's like, I'm a grab laps, dude. And then grab laps missed because, you know, cleanse god. Nah, but it was a great CC chain. And without cleanse there, Greymane is absolutely dead. So that, you know, good props to Party Time for that. And I think as long as they can keep doing that single out combo on somebody, I mean, that was fantastic. I do think that if that combo happens with no cleanse, I don't care who it is, it's dead.
So turn-in available now for Saltscale. They actually have a much better time turn-in going into level 9s here. Could slide out onto Dangstrom, but I think Dangstrom should be able to walk out without any real problem. Good, huge ETC, Lace Stun. Picks up a Kael'thas kill. Gonna go ahead and slide on out by ETC.
Dude, I'm doing the stank face sitting at my desk. Oh my god, that stun was huge. All set up, big slows from Johanna with the double hit on punish, getting that extra slow into the blaze stun. Dude, that was huge, and they do get the turn in off of it. They are ahead in the race to 10 by about a half a level. Crossfire is picked up by Blaze. Whitemane just going with the Martyrdom and the Cleanse, so pretty standard build for Whitemane. And Leo, again, going into paralyzing range, not going to go into the wave clear with Neo Peasants at 4, electing for extra slow on that skeletal swing.
Just heads up, looks like stream died.
Kappa. Yeah, your mic was going out a little bit. Let me know when it's back up.
That's reconnected.
Alright, cool. So, now that we are hopefully back live, top 4 gone, man. That still pushes no joke. They are going to run this 3-man bot lane, but Idiom's just going to peace out with the Blaze Charge. Still have the Unstoppable, I think, if necessary. And, I mean, they're going for fort. Yeah, this is another fort here. ETC can't stop this. I don't know. Greymane focusing on ETC, not the fort. Pops the bullet onto the already chunked ETC, not getting a lot of value. I don't know how I feel about that. I think if he had just focused fort, they would have gotten it hands down. EKB going to be running around in the back with that super speedy Zera. Dangstrom, however, getting chased down by Leo. And Kael'thas is top lane during all this, so this is still a 4v5 regardless. Kael'thas pinging is coming now. Zeratul has Might of the Nerazim. And Pyroblast is online, so they do have the Mosh and the Pyroblast. ETC gonna get the big phase mode away from Sylvanas, not gonna be able to blink through because of the silence from Stukov. Now the Entomb coming through, Pyroblast onto Synchrony, down goes Sylvanas. 1-for-0 trade so far in favor of Party Time. Kael'thas finishing the Globe Quest. Stukov not gonna be able to connect the slow. They do get the slide onto Dangstrom, who has 21 gems. Grablap's gonna miss. The sidestep's too strong, but Dangstrom goes down. Idioms does get those gems, now has 40 on hand. And Isan G rocking this camp with 12 gems themselves. There is a turn in for Party Time. They do get it off. They need to clear top lane, and they need to clear mid and get it pushing. Isan actually has to back off that camp. Not going to be able to complete it. And it finally does reset. The camp is L dead. And we have the second Webweaver phase.
So quite a bit of damage done by Saltscale. Looks like Party Time has the capability of actually picking up and doing counter damage. 13's ever so slightly ahead by Saltscale, but not going to matter probably before this push is over.
Big slow combo yet again on both tanks. They're going to get the slide onto Sylvanas. No follow-up CC does get the cleanse, so he can get the E away. No bomb spread either, but this mid fort looks like it's going to go down. And they do get the big slow combo. Whitemane ult is going to be popped, and Alankia so low gets the spell power healing through. ETC with the big mosh into the backline onto 2. Going to get the Greymane and Alankia. Aeson does finally fall, but at what cost? Down goes Zeratul. They're going to get the big silence arrow onto Kael'thas. Blaze going to come in with a big stun as ETC trying to power slide out. Just a little bit of health left, but it does make it out, it looks like.
There's a
Pyroblast onto Dangstrom. And Bishop in the backline. This is Blaze is 1v3ing ETC, or not ETC, excuse me, Leo going to get the Wraith walk away bottom. They did secure mid fort and top as well.
Actually, that very much comes out in Party Time's favor. let's see where gems stand once the last spider is cleared. So turn-in available for Saltscale, about halfway there for party time. Lane's pushed in a decent bit into Saltscale, so it's going to be a little bit of a rough time for them to try and turn. So we may have just a big team fight up and coming here.
Party type doesn't have the turn, so right now Saltscale is just going to get this camp out, get a little bit of control back on their map. And with that 13's online, we do see the Shroud of a Dune from Zeratul, so keeping that shield online for 15% of your max health. Doing a really good job is EKB, kind of keeping zone there with that true invisibility, but 14 to 13, the level advantage still for Saltscale.
Looking at the white main build, it looks like they opted to Iki really deep. Greyman ends up going in on him. Bullet goes out. Iki ends up getting away, so not getting punished for that. We have a 4v4, well, full 5v5. Good route out onto Joanna. Silence. Unstoppable comes out. She does pull in a couple. Bless goes out onto Schumann. Schumann eating an absolute ton of damage. Meanwhile, so is Chest Clue getting chased down by Synchrony on the Sylvanas.
It looks like Blaze is going to have to pop that bunker. ETC does get chased down by Synchrony finally. Idiom's hopping out the bunker with new wheels on it. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the Sylvanas. Does get to turn in. Blue Web Weaver's coming. A 1-for-0 trade. And, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what happens. EKB got split really far down south. And the Engage just got hit by a Blaze stun. And we know all about the pain of Blaze stuns here, don't we?
Yeah, don't remind me.
Kappa, but top push coming. They do have 4. They have Sylvanas, Greymane, a Web Weaver, and a pretty fat minion wave. We do have Fission Bomb from Kael'thas, not a talent we see too often. Bullet gonna come out, doing a little bit of poke damage, but I don't know if they can actually secure this keep with EKB lurking in the back here. Tomb gonna go down onto Synchrony. Is going to get out. ETC Slit is going to be caught. EKB in the back line really putting a lot of damage down, but unable to trade effectively as they are going to get the shove onto Aeson, who is getting Pyroblasted point blank right to the face.
Yeah, that actually, had their follow-up been able to be had on that Entomb, that would have been a very dead Sylvanas, but Pokeflute not quite in range to drop a Silence Pool on top of her.
Other 2 lanes are pushing in mid and bottom, but without Greymane, I don't know how much pressure you can actually apply. They're going to get the slide onto Blase. Charge does get interrupted, does get blocked as well. Now you just kind of got to run. They are going to get the spike onto Sylvanas. Going to use Might of the Nerazim to get that big cleave damage, going back in for one more 4-pool with no CDR on the blink. Not going to be able to get out of this one. And that's what happens when you don't take that level 1. It's a lot riskier to try to make those plays on Zeratul.
Now Entomb is up. Huge
Big mosh.
Nice stun, canceling everything by... but Entomb, once again, is still available, so he's going in deep. Blaze actually walks away. Bishop goes down, not being able to drop the Entomb.
That was actually Bless Shield that interrupted that mosh. I don't know if you saw it, but Johanna had just thrown the shield as the mosh circle came up, and it bounced and it hit mosh. That was close. They are going to get the turn in. We do have the spike build coming all the way online for Zeratul now at 16 sentenced to death, increasing damage to targets with spike on them by 25%. While they are marked or slowed, so even the after effects of the pop on the delay for the damage, which is I can't remember how big the slow is. 17 to 17, EKB's lurking, but I mean, these Web Weavers, this Web Weaver phase is going to be a big momentum shift, I feel like.
Yeah, the spiders just never stop. Good stun onto Eki. Chicory taking quite a bit of damage. And Tomb goes out onto ETC. Isan jumping out onto Schumann, but going to go ahead and everybody hop into the bunker party. Double stun onto Schumann and Pokeflute.
I tell you what, man, Blaze with this charge build is immortal. That thermal armor is nuts. That's it's a lot of armor and a lot of CDR when he hits those stuns on like 2 or 3 people. Like, it's ridiculous. Top Web Weaver is going to be pushing in, as is the bottom one, but still all eyes middle here as the 5-man for each team is here. Blaze finally split to top. This is mid Web Weavers getting dealt with pretty well. Only going to lose one tower there, but top and bottom are the main concerns now.
Yeah, the fight went decently well for them. They were able to walk away without taking too much damage, but they are going to take quite a bit of tower damage. Blaze top trying to get a clear. It's going to go ahead and save the keep, but it is taking quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, Party Time going to go ahead and 5-man bot, while both tanks are elsewhere, looking for a little bit of a bush party.
Blaze having a fun time clearing Catus top. Iki actually not getting hit by that Joe flashlight as Schumann steps up a little bit. Bullet gonna whiff as Iki B goes directly into the back line, almost one-shotting Alankia, but White Main OP, please nerf. Pyro gonna hit Isan. No real damage for a kill there, at least, as Bishop's just trying to get the damage reduction, and real quick, this fight's turning kind of in the favor and the momentum of Saltscale, but it looks like Party Time is going to flee.
Now, we talked about White Main in the draft, and one of the things that I brought up was how does she build, and it looks like her build has gone purely single target. So basically, the build or the comp on the side of Party Time is really looking to erase one target, and White Main mitigates that substantially.
I mean, the comp looks like it's a one-shot, one-person comp, but their damage has been so split. I feel like if they could just combine their damage onto the same target, they would be getting these one-shots regardless of the White Main factor, but so far the damage hasn't been coordinated as well as it could be, and I think that's the only real thing so far that's not gone in the favor of Party Time.
Yeah, now, Saltscale has a turn and a half. 20's being picked up. They are going to go ahead and look to, or not quite picked up, but they're going to go ahead and try and wait it out, try and see if they can get a turn in. Decent amount of push bot lane here for Party Time, but Party Time is sharking, trying to get that engage, but I don't think Saltscale is going to let that happen.
Yeah, this when this level 20 death metal comes online, I'm excited, but I mean, we'll see. I think it's got to be death metal because everything else is just Moshes haven't gained the value because of interrupts, and I feel like death metal's uninterruptible. So, but we'll see if ETC wants to int for that value, like I would.
So Party Time not having 20s just yet. They're going to go ahead and they're going to give the turn in. Big play stun, unstoppable. Sylvanas getting absolutely erased in the backline. A ton of damage going out onto Bishop and Chest. Both of them I do not think are going to walk away here. Big silence pull into the Entomb, but ultimately 1-for-1 double stun out onto onto two backline. ETC goes down. White Main ultimately goes down. Cancelled Pyroblast onto somebody.
Yeah, but down goes Stukov and Kel'Thas. EKB did a fantastic job of one-shotting Sylvanas with that rewind at 20 with Nerazim. And anyone who doesn't know that combo, the sequencing of the buttons you have to hit... Idioms is dead, by the way. That combo of buttons that you have to hit on Zeratul to maximize damage, it's ridiculous. It's not fun. You have to hit the W, you have to blink to it, you have to Q, you have to bait autos between all of them. After you bake the autos in, you hit the rewind on the singularity spike with your R. When that wears off... Yeah, by the way, down goes Greymane.
That whole sort of... So, there's an immense amount of staggering on the side of Saltscale. They still have Web Weavers pushing bot. Bot's just getting cleared up and pushing top, so they may still secure a keep.
Anyone who wants to know that combo, just hit me up later. We'll talk about it, but there's a lot.
So there's calculations that need to be written down and memorized. And
yeah, dude, Einstein looked at me when I explained it once, and he's like, damn, dude, you really got it. I was like, thanks, homie. But 5 up for Party Time, 2 down for not Party Time.
So this is a boss
with that, this should be they shouldn't even hesitate. Just hit it with the bonkies, man. You got a guitar, play some music, do this thing. You ever seen that movie Country Bears, where they're like guitar playing bears? Well, you're a guitar playing bull. Grab them by the horns. Let's go. This boss is gonna be done. They don't have a turn in, but bot keep is going to El Sleepo. So I think if you're Party Time, you just gotta end off this. Nah, you don't even back. You send one back, but I think it's just Zera, and then you just wait and see what they do. Because they don't have Greymane. They literally can't end without Greymane. I think you only send one back. Zera, who stalls all these, And then you just end with the boss. Ooh, they're going to get the buried alive onto the white mage. Going to be able to get the point blank. Pyro Blast, no to... Oh, he doesn't get in the tomb. They're going to get the silence arrow to turn around. But white mage already down. Going to get the big mosh. Johanna going to pop the unstoppable, interrupting the mosh pit. Leo looks like he's going to go down. He's going to get... No, he's not. Stays alive. Idiom's now taking too much damage. And Greymane left here to solo defend this boss. It's not going to end... Oh, get the interrupt. Get the interrupt. No!
Oh, wow. Yeah, that kill would have probably secured them the win. 3 ups, and really, honestly, the most important characters for Saltscale to defend the boss and potentially defend a 3v5 push.
Yep, they have the blinds, they have the CC. Honestly, dude, party time, y'all just got to run that down. Y'all just got to sprint in top, and y'all got to end this thing. It's too late now, I think. They've already wasted a lot of time. They're going to elect to get this camp. Their bot lane is going to be pushed in against them. They are down 2 keeps, and Saltscale is only down 1. So right now, map pressure is in favor of Saltscale, but the momentum feels like it's in Party Time's pockets.
Yeah, well, their lanes are pushed in. They have top lane pushed out decently well. They are closer, actually, ever so slightly closer to turn-in. So waves being pushed into them is in their favor to be able to pick up the gems and be able to actually secure a turn-in to try and end off of.
All right, Iki, I'm gonna ask you right now. Don't do what B Train would do, and that would be to attempt to one-shot somebody in the center of the whole team. Please don't. It's exactly what I would do, and I know what you're thinking. Please, please no. We do have that flamethrower and ignite combo for Kel'Thas. That's damage now. Bruiser Camp is going to be out for party time, and ETC does have Bolt, no death metal. So I know we tried to discuss it earlier, but it wasn't online yet. So no death metal. It is Bolt.
So he's looking for playmaking. Decent amount of cancels. Dangstrom, just drop the Entomb. You've got Silence Entomb. Just drop it. Iki looking to get some work done, ultimately ends up getting grabbed by absolutely everything. Mosh goes out, gets canceled, Bunker goes down, Isun in there onto the ETC. White Mane eats a Pyroblast, but is A-okay. Actually, everyone's in a decent amount of shape for Saltscale. Bishop trying to walk out, but does he make it?
Nope, Leo is acquiring more trait value than your body has room for. That's a 5-man. Dude, just end it. Go bot, end. Pop Sanctification, pop Stim, everything. Where are you going? No, mid. No.
And mid.
No, no. No, no. Why are you running this way? If you just run through this little bruiser camp, you're there. Oh my goodness, they're trolling. Wait,
yeah,
what's happening?
I mean, defense is possible.
I mean, Greymane's eating keep shots! Oh my god, Idiom's dead, dude, they're throwing. Oh my god, no, you really hate to see it.
So Dangstrom saves the Sylvanas. I think she was okay anyway. They end up going for core.
You missed!
The worst way possible, and getting three tests. So there's a little bit of a ticking time clock for party time to be able to actually end this game, but it doesn't matter. End up blowing out the so with only White Mane alive. Oh no, I think White Mane got it. White Mane can save this.
Their turn. Run through the keep. White Mane is dead. Kappa.
So, yeah, they are taking core damage. KT went back to clear it, but with 5 people dead, I said it.
All right, you should have gone this way, but instead you pulled an Arthalon and you ran this way. Shout out to my HGC fans. EKB is dying to a keep, but that is going to be GG for party time, showing that they still have a horse in this race.
Game of who throws last.
He who throws last.
Alright, everyone. So, going into game number 4, we have a 2-1. Still in the favor of Saltscale Mrgles. I am going to take a brief 60-second step away. If B-Train wants to entertain y'all, in the meantime, feel free, my friend.
Okay, so the Zeratul combo, right? Here's how it works. Okay, so Might of the Nerazim obviously recasts your last used abilities. So, Zeratul combo would be You throw the W, right? You got the singularity teleport. You teleport to it. You hit your auto. You cleave. You hit another auto. Actually, no, you can't do it in that order. So you would jump it. So you teleport in with singularity. Okay. And then you would actually, you have to. So there's two ways you can do it. Huh. Okay. So if you can, try to open with cleave. If you have to gap close, you use the singularity with your auto cleave. Then you can either re-singularity or you can re-cleave. So normally it's a double cleave. So you teleport in with your W. You hit the cleave. You hit your auto afterwards, and in between each ability, you hit the R for a re-cleave. Then you reapply singularity because you get the rewind, which increases your damage buff uptime, and then you can re-cleave Vorpal for an extra auto after the whole thing is said and done, and then you can blink away. Easy clap, combo done. Looking at the stat page for that game, we did have 71,000 damage from Isan on that Gray main. 5 deaths, but you're still top damage, so what's it really matter? Kel'Thas with the 68k leading up the other side. That game was 18 kills to 11 in favor of Party Time. So they surprised me. I was the Zeratul one shot at the end of the game. I was like, all right, bet, you all right. But typically with that build, I don't see move unseen. I personally take the CDR on the blink down. It's the globes, 15 globes. You can CDR based on your auto attacks. If you're weaving in auto attacks, you're getting more cooldown reduction on your E, so you can use E a little more offensively. But it doesn't matter. And then, okay, so they took more wave clear, right? Now that you're back. They took more wave clear. They won, right? And they didn't have more wave clear than the other team, but they had more than they usually have. So I think they figured it out.
I attribute MVP to mid keep on the side of Party Time.
Same. Party Time's mid keep is literally like a rag fort that they just didn't have to waste a hero on. Like that thing bodied. Like that was insane. Like I was watching it happen, and it was like watching someone stick a fork in an electrical outlet. Like you just know it's not going to end well, but you can't help yourself but just to watch.
All right, so we are waiting game number 4. Let's go ahead and go to our overview. We do have the potential to hit every single map in the pool today. Let's go ahead and take a look over here where we've been so far, where we potentially can go in the future. Once again, Dragonshire, Towers of Doom, Praxis Holdout, Cursed Hollow, all banned. Maps chosen so far are Infernal Shrines, won by Saltscale, Mrgles. Let me go ahead and update our game 3 here. Boskyre Foundry, chosen and won by Saltscale Mrgles. Game number 3, Tomb of the Spider Queen, map chosen by Saltscale Mrgles, but won by Party Time's Midkeep. And then we go into game number 4. Saltscale Mrgles has the potential to pick yet another map. So I am still waiting for a lobby. Hopefully teams know that there's another game to be played. But so hopefully everyone is enjoying your time this evening. I do apologize. We had a little bit of a drop earlier. I have no idea what happened. I did not have any drop frames. Didn't seem to have any internet. Well, voice was cutting out according to B-Train, so hopefully that doesn't keep going. Our delay has upgraded to 115 seconds because of that, so I will be a little bit behind and respond to anything that happens in chat, but hopefully... Welcome back, B-Train.
Daddy's back. I have chocolate.
Email me some.
I can send you some pics with me having them over parts of my body if you would like.
Hey, I'm
TOS.
I'm okay with this.
Very well. Anyone in chat who didn't like my Zeratul breakdown, email me, Venmo me, something me, and we'll talk about it. Nah, but in reality, I can't wait for this game. Like honestly, okay. Party Time through, then Saltscale threw again, or threw for the first time, but it was the second throw of the game, and then that was it. Like it was a throw, but a win is a win. But here's the thing: that could give a lot of wind in the sails to Party Time. Like, think about that. Think about after you get that win, right? Like now you know you're not going to get 3-0'd. That pressure is off of you. You got the dub. Now they can play a little more free, and I mean, like you lose when you try hard in Storm League, and then when you just fucking YOLO, excuse me, that's my one. When you just YOLO, you win more. Like legit, when you just run it down and stop caring, you can play a little bit better, and you just don't even think about it. So I kind of hope that's what they go for.
Yeah, the thought process when you're going 2-0, and you just, all right, well, you know, we're getting beat. We know that this is match point. Once you win that game, get yourself up to a 2-1. It's like, all right, so we know that we can hang with this team. So now let's turn around and just end this in our favor.
Well, I mean, there's a difference. It's like okay, the equivalent to the ending of that game was like, say you're going to commit a murder, but you set the house on fire before you do it, and now you're just trying to be extra, and then you go in the house and you burn yourself to the ground. Like that's what happened. Like they were going in there for the kill, and then they ran through a flaming house for show, and it didn't work. So like, I don't like. Okay, if I had won that game, I would know that like they threw. Like you have to know that, right? So like, how does that? Do you think that matters at all to party time? Like, I guess that's my question.
I don't know. Win's a win. I mean, even if it doesn't make them feel like, you know, they're better off. Like, you know, we got this. It does put a little bit of a dampening on Saltscale. Like, wow, we effed up, and we need to not do that again. So it's both ways. There's a lot of mental aspects. Something that came from me playing StarCraft was, you know, being in the mind of your opponent. And that's something that, you know, the mindset of your opponent is a huge deal when you play this game. But looks like we have both teams in the lobby here. We are going to Alterac Pass, game number 3.
When I play StarCraft, the easy AI has more APM than me. Thoughts, concerns? My APM in Warcraft 3 is not that bad though. So like, okay, Party Time picked this map. For once in their life, they've selected a map. So, if they don't have a cheese, I'm going to be upset. Bust out the Vikings. Let me talk about it. Bust out the Gazlo, the Probe, the Abba, whatever you need to do. Let me see something spicy.
Yeah, I'd love to see an Abba through here. But I'm ready. How about you?
I'm eating Mallow Cups, dude. I'm always ready.
He's got, not only has he got chocolate, he's got marshmallow. I'm sad.
Dude, Mallow Cups are like the best thing on the planet. I would actually kill people for these. Like, I would sell my family members. It's bad. I have an addiction. I need your help, chat. So, in order to soothe my addiction, send me some Mallow Cups, DM me for the address, and I will send you smiley faces back.
You know, you're advertising on my stream, and I don't appreciate that.
I mean, I'll share. I'll split revenue. Don't sweat it, big guy. I got you. I know how this works.
On that topic, I do have 2 follows, Tater Tote and Alankia. Thank you very much for following the stream.
Hey, wait, Alankia literally is in the game and also following? That's what happened. They were like, end mid, I'm going to go follow the stream. And then they were like, oh, shit, there's a keep here. All right. Well, here's the good thing about Alterac Pass is that, well, not a good thing. It's a bad thing. The boss chases you. The core fights back. It chases you. Remember that bug when the core would run across the map and fight the other core?
Wait, hold on.
You remember that?
Hold on. Was Sylvanas alive during that push at the end of game 3?
Yes, she was.
Where was Siltrate?
Because they used it at the very end because Greymane was eating shots instead of hitting core, and then they autoed it once, turned it off for like 2 seconds, turned it back on after 2 seconds, and then it almost killed Greymane.
Yikes.
They also didn't bunker, but I think bunker was on CD. Okay, but
my brain remembered that there was a Sylvanas in the game.
Do you remember that bug though, when the core would run across the map on this map and fight the other core? Dude, that shit was hilarious.
Or
That was like
it
the
would
most
just
fun thing ever.
go do a camp on its own because it felt like
It would. It would go to the objective. It would just go clear all the minions at the objective, and then you could just go in there and take it, and it was chill.
And what's funny is it would do it and then go back to where it belongs. So it's like,
Yeah,
why did
it
this
knew.
happen?
It was sentient.
All right, so first pick, like you said, first time for Saltscale. They've already played a Cho'Gall this evening. I don't remember what shenanigans they did game one, but I expect more shenanigans now that their first pick.
Game 1 was pretty meta. All right, who bans Alarak this game?
I mean, it worked out for party time,
Yeah,
banning it
I'm
last
just
game.
saying. 0-2 with Alarak, 1-0 with no Alarak. Stats don't lie. I'm just saying. We won't look at the circumstantial evidence, of course.
It's proof. It's
All right,
law.
so I need either 14 heroes or I need less than 10 on the board. Wait, less than 10 is not
Smurl,
possible. Wait,
Vikings.
less than 10 is possible. Okay,
There's
so
the Alarak.
but wait, they banned their own Rainer. What the heck? What's going on? What's happening? What are these people doing?
Memes incoming.
Wait, what happened to Poke Flute? Where do these people keep going?
All right, I think that's not the first time that's happened either.
Wait,
So-
okay, so Chessclue, Ikibi, Schumann, Bishop. Okay, so
Sealy.
Sealy Man sat out last game and they won. Sealy is back. No, I'm just kidding. I would never attribute it to that. I think they both played healer though. That's why it confuses me. Because now I don't know how many times they've done it. Because I know I've seen Sealy before, but I don't know about Pokey.
So I think what they determined was it wasn't the player, it was the Alarak. The Alarak was a curse,
Got it.
so they got rid of the Alarak and they brought back Sealy Man.
Wait, Gul'dan's up.
Oh my lord!
Yes, we did it.
It will
Gul'dan
not be
literally
chosen.
it's not going to be picked throughout the whole draft.
Not at all. Not picked. Not banned.
Can we get a Garrosh? This is a really good Garrosh map.
I want to see Abathur.
I want you to shut up. Wait, that's not Alankia.
That's not Abathur.
That's not, yeah, it's also not Abathur, but Ace and G going from the AA hero to the AA Ana, 2 healers incoming. Pog you, Gul'dan!
So they
All
took
right,
the
so-
Ana away from the Gul'dan.
As a resident level 120 Gul'dan, one trick. I will critique you very hard, Schumann, and I apologize now, but it's happening.
Just see what happens at level 1.
4 and 7 are more telling.
I mean, if we see a Drain Life Talent at 1,
Shush. If we see a Drain Life Talent, I end the stream. I don't care what lane you're in.
I'm gonna get DDoSed if he picks that talent. Please don't.
But yeah, you are. No, I'm just going to buy a flight up to your house, and there's the Cho'Gall ban again. Frog you. But we do see Johanna Hanzo Ana. They're going back to their, like, Trinity. Like, these are the heroes they played the first 2 games. Now they're getting it again. If it's not broke, man, you ain't got to fix it.
Zeraban. Looks like they respect the amount of work that Ekib did on that.
Including, feeding at the end. Whatever. Like, bygones be bygones. Like, let's be real here.
It's
You
tactical
shark-
feeding. And
You
won them the
shark
game.
too much. Yo, moving on. So, the weather today was pretty intense. No, I'm just kidding. What do we see? Where's the Dahaka, man? Malfurion Imperious. Okay, so fantastic CC chain, really good sustained healing, lots of frontline, flexible assassin slot. I like it.
Yeah, they just need a finisher now. They get somebody that actually just ends lives. This is a pretty solid draft for them.
In before Lunara. Alright, what do we see? I expect an Abathur. Idioms,
Abyssmurrow.
please.
Abyssmurrow.
Abamurky. Kappa.
No, not an Abathur.
Hog. Panda.
They went and did things that they've done before. I'm bored.
Hey,
All
we
right.
have Nano. Wait, we have Nano Pyro, and Malfurion has no Ice Block. That's literally a free kill every 70 seconds.
Pretty much.
That's literally as free as it gets. All right, what's it gonna be? Ooh, you should just Maiev, dude. This is actually a Maiev game.
I can see. Well, they need another offlaner.
No, they don't.
They need somebody that needs to hold lanes.
Yeah, but Hanzo and Kael'thas are the other ones.
Kira works.
All right. How many deaths now? Over under? I'm going 6
In total, or on a particular team?
on Kira. Kira's gonna die 6 times. Literally
Um,
calling it. That's how it works.
I don't know. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, I've played into Kira with like Vala, for example, and she just eats. So there's a potential for. I mean, even if she feeds, as long as she takes Hanzo or Kael'thas with her, I don't think it matters.
I really like this comp from Party Time though. Like actually, I like their comp a lot. They have incredible CC from both frontline, from Gul'dan at 10, from Malfurion and Kira. Everyone has CC. They have impeccable range damage that's consistent and self-sustainable. Kira can go in for finishers. She could draw attention. She has escapes. Like their comp is fire, dog.
Yeah, I'd say the only thing that they may lack a bit may be camp clear. I mean, but I don't know. Just go down. I don't think it's clear is the greatest.
On the left-hand side for the team in the blue, the mid-keep defeaters. We have Idioms on the Chen, Alankia not on Anna this game, on Kael'thas, Degstrom on Johanna, Synchrony back on Hanzo, and Ace on G. On Anna.
Lankia is the VZ of KT. And on Party Time, we have Sealyman on the Malfurion, Ekib on the, I believe, Imperius now, Schumann on Gul'dan, Bishop Mist on the Kira, and Chess Clue on ETC.
Alright, Schumann, we gotta talk.
Oh no.
You had one job. You had one job into triple backline, and that's picky build. Kappa. Whatever, that's fine. It's not optimal, in my opinion, but you know what? I've been wrong before.
I'm just trying to think under what circumstances it works out. But
three or four melee, you go Q. Anything if it's three, like always, if it's three melee in the 4-man, you go Q.
No, I mean in this game, like their ability to hit the backline now is substantially lower, lessened.
Yeah, like I mean. Plus, like, I don't... Oh, man. I'm not going to say anything until we see it in action. It's just not worth talking about until then. Everything else, however, looks pretty meta. We do have the Imperius versus Chen matchup. That favors Imperius until 4, and then from 4 to 7, Chen wins, and then at 7 again, Chen loses. So that's how that works. I know that matchup very well. Sealyman is going to go die.
He's waiting. He wants to go down to show up.
So, okay, here's what you do in your own personal games. Don't cap it first. I mean, okay, so Party Time doesn't have a choice because their camp clear sucks. But don't cap yours first. What you do is you let them cap theirs, pog, and then you let it clear this wave. When it gets to the bridge, then you cap. So that you can clear it under your own towers and you have an extra defensive advantage. And that's how that's done. Johanna, however, is down here.
Yeah, it seems like they're just gonna meet mid. So Schumann's got the better camp clear on the map. A lot of damage going out onto Synchrony. Eason doing a decent job keeping them alive. That could have been a really big kill for them.
That should have been a kill, but Gul'dan not holding corruption for all the CC. And with pretty much all the actual damage outside of Kira's, so just have to wait for that knockback from the Kira, because Kira's her little swing thing. It is a knockback. So if you're a damage dealer, like, you know, Gul'dan is all skill shots. You gotta wait for that to hit so you can secure those kills.
B-Train, are you even more sad now that level 4 is hit for Party Time?
Yeah, extremely. You know, I see your improved life tap, and I'm just gonna sit here with my hands in my lap, and I'm gonna pray for you.
Oh man, I have to listen to this all the time. He's like talks about Gul'dan as if they're like brothers or something.
We are, man. It's my dad. Hello? Uh-oh, sir. Okay. Alright, actually, okay, low-key, Kael'thas level 4 is fire. I absolutely love that level 4 from KT, and it doesn't get picked enough, in my opinion. I think it's a fantastic talent. So, for those of you who don't know at home, it reduces the mana cost of Gravity Lapse, and if it hits a hero, it reduces the cooldown by 9 seconds. Whereas the other one, I believe, only refunds mana if you hit it, but it gives you a longer range, so I mean it's easier to hit it. I don't know, I just like this one more. The 9-second cooldown's pretty gymongous, and yeah, I like this one.
So the extra range is what allows you to actually safely be able to
Safely.
develop on the CC.
Yeah, I mean, and I think they looked at this like, okay, Imperius and Kira and ETC are gonna run me down, so he didn't need the longer range, which I think that this game is a very good choice at this moment. Okay, things are happening. Ooh.
So Synchrony being able to walk out ends up stepping up, doing trying to do things. A lot of damage being traded by these two, but Synchrony might make a little bit of a mistake doing that in the future. Now this Q build, so he's almost stacked. Joe is eating an absolute ton of damage, so even if they're not going to hit the backline, if they chew through Joe during engagements, it's not going to matter all that much.
We saw that with Spear, just saying, and now you die. I don't even... Oh, you wuss. That's a kill, bro. Alright, whatever. Okay, so, ETC goes into the Echo Pedal, a little bit extra wave clear. I do like that. Sidestepping, nothing. And then power sliding to safety. I like it. Kira's still bottom getting soaked. They're up a little bit of a level. I do like this so far, but... The Gul'dan damage with the Q, even if you complete the quest, Gul'dan does not have damage to kill frontliners until 16. So, Imperius going really deep, gonna get a big hit onto the Corruption onto Alankia. Slide through on Chen, but Kira with the flank gonna miss her little stun. And with that, it looks like the Mrgles are gonna try to retreat here.
So quest finished by Gul'dan. Chen eating quite a few CCs.
Ooh.
Bishop goes in, then goes to sleep. Looks like might be able to walk away, just barely with 79 health.
So... Oh? Nope, you didn't get it, Kappa. Alright, so, I wonder what's the timer on Synchrony's tap. Get him, get him. Jump over the wall aggressively, get him. I'm just kidding. Please don't. Bad lesson for Hanzo players.
Tapped because he had virtually no health when he got there.
Okay, so they're just conceding this. They're gonna get the camp out. Chen's gonna go soak top. Oh yeah, they don't even have 10s. So Gul'dan did take the crappy ult. We do have Horrify. Okay, hold up. All right. So we have unrelenting strikes from Kira. 1, 2,
4 forms of CC.
3, 4, 5.
Well, stuns specifically.
1. Am I dumb? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I am.
If you count sleep, I assume sleep also cancels.
Yeah, it does. Sleep is the stun. So, but either way. So it's going to be a 5-man mosh into Gul'dan fearing them all in different directions. Kira ult hitting 0 people, and then... No, I'm just kidding. This mid push actually gets completely shut down. Dragon Arrow being onto 2, under the fort. Jen's going to go ahead and pop the Panda's going to get the big root onto ETC. The Fear's going to come through onto the back line, but down goes the cow. No mosh pit going to be available. Hanzo finishes the Q as Kel'Thas gets executed by Imperius, but down goes the Angel. And just like that, a 2-for-1 trade in favor of the team with the big orange meatball talent. I like that trade a lot. I think that worked out really well. Good communication on the CC train. You got the Dragon Arrow, like I said in Game 1, into the Blessed Shield, and the Panda Pals were preemptively popped so that the root could follow, and then they just nuked whoever that was. I think it was ETC was the first one.
Yeah, Nano Pyro. So Pyro didn't come out, but Nano. Who did Nano go onto? I hope it was KT.
I don't know. It was probably KT. I just don't think the Pyro hit. Synchrony. Woo.
So they secure a fort bot. So their push wasn't Party Time's push wasn't entirely shut down. This 1v1. Nope, not anymore. Oh, nope, Pyroblast. No,
that's not gonna kill. Wait, don't give him the E. Don't give him the E. Oh, don't give him the E. Okay, well now he's wait. Oh. Wait. Oh my God! Does he win?
Oh wait! All right.
Stagger drink. You have to drink. I mean, he's still dead.
Yeah. That was fun. All of that.
All right. Well, that was poor Imperius. Also, Imperius with the 1v3 spear in. Synchrony getting chunked by the corruption. Nano boost Johanna?
Nano, I don't know, bait? Run fast?
It doesn't even give you move speed. That's Stem. Also, chest clue, I'm upset with you. You did not honor the Chen Kiro 1v1. I'm just gonna say that out loud. No mercy.
I mean, KT showed up with the frickin' Pyroblast, so...
Oh, true. Okay, wait, then it's even. I forgot they broke the rules first. Kappa. Alright, so...
Clear mid. Lane's decently pushed out-ish by party time, so Idioms is going to have to sit and clear, but... so top is in danger of going down. Matter of fact, they could send... Party time could send someone top just to secure that fort while Poke comes out bot, but Chesco going to go ahead and slide in onto Dangstrom. Unstoppable comes out. No real ults. Arrow goes out onto Iki. Bishop drops the unrelenting strikes onto Pandas only.
Yeah, but they're gonna get the Mosh Twilight. Mosh gets interrupted by the Sleep Dart from Anna. Twilight, however, did connect onto 2. But trading like 900 ultimates on Chen Pandas wasn't the best idea, but it worked out. They did get the 1-0 trade in the end for Kel'Thas. And Iki is going to be zoning with like 3/4 of his health bar disappearing. And I mean, you still have 26 seconds. Kel'Thas is back in 5, 10 seconds travel time. You might be able to contest this, but it's probably way too close to matter.
They may not know, but they also have no ults except, well, they have Pyro into Fear and Mosh. So, I mean, whether they know it or not, we know that Party Time's pretty much got this.
Chen just kind of sauntering in. The backline being left completely unprotected. Chen gonna get hit by a big old fat CC chain, but Imperius goes down. And they find a way to get a kill. Blood Shield gonna go out onto Kira. It does interrupt her E, I believe. It was on the way out. Dragon her for the other short stun after the sleep dart from Anna. Good stack CC. Idiom's going really deep. Chest Clue caught in the back alleys up the creek with no paddle.
So
and a 3-for-0 trade.
So this push dies with that. So that actually absolutely insane. Chen went in, said, "Alright, we want this," and they in fact get 3 kills off it.
And the best part was Chen literally did nothing but get hit by 900 abilities and then just run away. That was literally what happened. He's just like, what happens if I just wander in here? This is why pandas are extinct.
So they secure top fort. Top fort's getting pushed out. Chen's top clearing. They're not going to get anything more than the wall. So this still, being only a quarter level down, is still a huge, actually, pickup for party time. I mean, they still have a full objective pushing top because Chen don't clear shit.
Because it took the wrong level 13, dude. Ring of Fire, baby. It's the wave clear talent.
So party time positioning for a boss. Both 16s picked up for both teams. And Saltscale is kind of knows what's going on. They are heading straight bot.
Do they know though? Like, do they just chase Kira? Okay, ETC is gonna show it. Yeah, they know.
So we have Fear. So boss control is actually pretty huge, but party time actually opted to back off the boss. Pyro going out, gonna give a lot of damage. Shouldn't be a technical doom. Oh wow! Okay, I forgot.
Reactive Nano plus Shield gonna whiff hard, like throwing a dinner plate at the wall. But Chen Panda is gonna secure the kill 2-for-0 trade. Yeah. So for what it's worth, all my Gul'dan players out there, that 16 is Troll, and against Pyroblast Anna, Spell Power 13 is actually okay. Thoughts, concerns?
I honestly, I kind of forgot that Nano Boost was a thing. So, boss is going to be picked up by a Saltscale. They secured a fort. Do they? The objective or the boss on this map isn't exceptionally powerful, so they shouldn't get anything more. Looks like they are going to go ahead and just double boss.
So okay, I'm All right, we are going to talk about it. Why? Okay,
Right here.
with this build, I can understand Darkness Within for Gul'dan 16, but like, I don't know, man. That just go E-build, dog. They do get a free clear on the boss, but now their damage dynamic changes a little bit. The way Darkness Within works, it did get buffed. It doesn't get picked a lot. It mostly gets picked in like the Life Drain build because that's what it tailors to. But basically, you deal a certain amount of damage to heroes, and I think it's about 1,200 at this point. The next life tap costs you no health, so it doesn't take HP away, and it grants you 25% spell power for 5 seconds, which allows you to do the 1,200 damage again, so that you can just keep tapping for no HP loss and perma like 25% spell power. But the issue with it is the amount that you have to consistently step up, and keep hitting. Whereas with like, you went Q build so you could have safer range. I don't think it's enough damage to just because like when you get the full like 6 stat or 5 stat Qs at 16, that hits for like almost 12 to 1400. Big roar in the backline from Johanna though, getting punished done. Dragon Arrow into 2. They're gonna have the Pyro Blast coming out onto Kira, who's gonna dodge it. Maybe no, she's gonna spin away from it. Back into the Flame Strike and the Pyro. Down goes 3. Malfurion hit by the Scatter. Pandas come out. Imperius is dropped. Gul'dan as well. That's gonna be a Cinco Mano Timo Huevo.
Fear coming out pretty late. The bush check there. It's actually huge for Joe to just walk in. Engstrom did a tremendous job just going in and dropping everything on the top of Party Time's heads.
I need someone to clip that Pyroblast chasing Kira in the circle as she spun around, dropped off into the Flame Strike, and then gets hit immediately by Pyro. That was comical. I love that.
It's the days of Chen's ascending to the sky and Illidan chasing each
with
other
the
all
double
over the
kick?
map.
Yeah. The double Chen kick was bad, dude. They are deserting through mid. It's 20 to 17,
Yeah,
man.
they're 3 levels up.
It's 3 technical levels, but it's really only 2. I mean, you gotta have a miracle defense here for Party Time. You really gotta hope that that Saltscale missteps where their positioning and their ability usage. Dangstrom taking a lot of Dimga. Gonna get the big arrow in. Blessed. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
The Blessed into the Flame Strike onto Thor. Gonna kill 2. Iki B getting hit by the Panda. And that's a panda, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, honestly, you can just end. You don't even need this bot keep. Like, you kill 3. You could just end, man.
They're gonna go the safe route, get the armor, because this armor is huge. So I mean, death timers are decently long. You're probably right, but I mean, this should secure it for sure for them.
Absolutely, and I mean, look, Kira dies to Pyro, and that's GG, man. There's literally no way this can. Like, Malfurion is also dead. GG. That's Saltscale Mrgles taking the 3-1 over Party Time. And they're going to advance to the grand finals between West and East. That's correct. Yeah, they're going to go West and East.
Yep.
Which means they're likely going to face Yana from our division because Yana only has one opponent left. It is Pro, I believe. And, I mean, we still don't know how that series is going to turn out. But, I mean, Yana's undefeated. Like, they haven't dropped a single map the entire season. So, I mean, if you had to plan for Yana or Pro, you should plan for Yana.
Yeah, so this game, talking about game 4 real quick. So this is substantially different than the other 3 games. The other 3 games, regardless of how they ended, they were decently back and forth, or the game swung at some point. This game, however, 18-5 in terms of kills, 3-level lead by Saltscale. They absolutely owned this game.
And it's funny, too, because they lost the first 2 objectives.
Yeah.
They lost the first 2. Party Time won the first 2 objectives. They just died right after they capped them, and they could do literally nothing with them.
Yeah, and they go into late game. The scaling wasn't there for Party Time, especially, with Gul'dan, with the Kira. I don't know particularly how well she scales. I just think their late game kind of fell off quite a bit.
Well, and I think she would have had an easier time really putting damage on the backline. Like Gul'dan would half chunk the whole backline, and then Kira usually, I see the Sundering like ultimate from her, the big line shot. I don't know what it's called, but like that could have probably reached the backline and put a lot more pressure back there. But yeah, like with the build on Gul'dan, like they just didn't have a lot of backline pressure. And I mean, if their tanks went deep, then the tanks just died. Like it was just unfortunate. Like that's just like how it played out was a little different than I expected.
Yep, and it's kind of like game 1 and 2. They it seemed like they were having a rough time, and then going into the latter half of the game, they kind of dominated quite a bit. So it looks like we are going to grab Idioms and Dankstrom for an interview. Let me see if I can add them to the call. Or
you have to be friends with them on Discord to add them to calls, so we'll probably have to pop into a channel.
Yeah, so hop into lobby 1. It's a lot of work to add people as friends.
I beat you here. Get wrecked, nerd. My name's Raven, and I'm a veteran caster. I'm cool now.
I got my minimum 10 games to get vet caster. I'm happy.
Hey boys.
Oh look, it's defeating Chen.
Only the first game. Only the first
That's
game.
only when we don't tell him about rotations.
So
you solo died first game. I was making fun of you.
yeah, no, that first game, my computer was dying and I was being stubborn, and then I had to pause it and fix it. And I didn't feed.
Because I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, Chen out trades that matchup, I'm pretty sure.
He does.
And then literally like 3 seconds later you died, and I was like, God, that was terrible timing.
Yeah, there's some credence to like freezing that lane and stuff, which is eventually what I did, but I was just lagging out of my mind, and then I just got stomped on by that Leoric, so lesson learned.
So, first off, good games. These
Thanks.
all of them were incredibly enjoyable to watch. There's a lot of points we're gonna want to talk about, but start with game number 1. Game number 1 and 2, we'll lump those together. So, Party Time, we felt like going into those games, Party Time had really strong comps to just run it down, and they had decent control of those games until there's just one point in both game 1 and game 2 where you guys just clicked and just ran to the end of the game, just sprinted to the end of the game.
You know, it happened in game 3 too.
Well, we'll talk about game 3.
We'll get there. You sprinted to the end, but I haven't waited. We're gonna go through this. I got you on game 3.
Yeah.
But like the first 2 games, like it was pretty much like y'all got to level 10, you were still down. Like usually, like both games, you were at like a 14 to 15 like weird phase, and then you would take a fight, you would trade even, and then you would all come back to life. You would take one more fight, and you would just trade like 4 for 1 or 3 for nothing, and it would just flip immediately. Like it was just one point where it was like, all right, well, Saltscale's in front now, and then you just never let it go. So like, for instance, on the Inferno game, you guys chased top right before they hit level 16. You had a pretty late engage. It was like Blessed into Arrow into Chen Pandas, and you guys traded 1 for 1. But I think like, you traded 1 for 2. I think you traded down. But what are the comms like for you guys when you know you have to force that fight? Because like I think a lot of people, especially in like lower leagues, sometimes forcing fights at like crucial talent points is kind of hard for some people. So like, how do you guys stay calm in that situation?
I'll let Dank take that one. He was the one calling it out game 1.
Yeah, so I usually do all of our macro shot calling and everything else, and that actually surprisingly lets me take this because I was all on his back on that. We chased him from our top keep, if I remember correctly, the right fight, just because he had the chase potential. We were kind of dubious about it actually, because no, I got this. We need to fight this. So we just followed up. Chen was able to slow him down a bit, keep him unmounted, and then the Hanzo arrow into a blessed shield. And we just knew we needed to trade to get some space at that point. So yeah, that was just Chen had the ability to chase, and we just tried to support him as best we could in that fight.
Yeah, the elusive brawler chase potential is huge. I love that talent.
Oh, it's so OP. I think
so
it's like
fun.
hidden OP. People don't know how good that talent is.
Well, because like was with the auto attack rate that Chen has, it literally has like a 3-second or 4-second downtime. Like it literally doesn't have a downtime. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Between stagger and that, you can just do whatever.
Yeah, like that chase in particular, I felt like we had to do something. So I was calling it out. Dangstrom just kind of rallied the troops, and we got on it. Game 2, we just kind of did choke all things at level 10. And
I was mad flaming your gall player. I was hard flaming your gall.
why? He went the build I
Why?
wanted him to go.
Yeah.
So it's funny because me and Raven have been running Cho'Gall for like since the rework. We've been running him for like 3 weeks now, like pretty hardcore.
Right.
And like that's just not the build that we play. It was just like the Cho build was close, but the Gall build was really different until 16 or until 13, 16. And I was just like, huh. I was like, maybe when they get the stun orbs at like 13, 16, if they take those talents and then you hit 13, you got triple orb. And I was like, dude, they go stun orb, they win the game. You went stun orb, and then it was just stun upheaval, and you were just getting like 4 or 5 man upheavals. So like, how, was the Cho'Gall like super pocket for you guys, or were you just kind of like, Cho'Gall looks good here?
You know, their bans were super predictable. So we banned out the Greymane, and I knew they're going to ban out the Malthael. So Cho'Gall is something that we played in the past, and Synchrony and I, we kind of have it down with that build, how we like to play it. So I knew going into game 2 on that map, we were 100% going to play Cho'Gall after the first couple picks. Like I just knew it was a Cho'Gall game. I think I may have called it on comms, but I'm kind of like hyper focused like a nerd, yeah. And you know, I think it's something they didn't respect, and then after that, they definitely respected it. So it definitely changed the makeup of the series because it changed all their bans.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have Cho'Gall game 3, and you fucking lost to a keep. So like,
hey, now, hey.
Let's talk about like the first 18 minutes of game 3, and then we'll cover the end. So, Raven, I don't know if you had any specific questions, but I
just have one. I'm gonna interject. So, looking at so Alarak is a big hero of mine, and I'm looking at Bishop's history. He's got 6 games, at least on Heroes Profile, 6 games with an 83% win rate. You guys didn't ban it.
But we weren't scared of it.
Yeah, we just weren't scared of it.
So,
shots.
All right, go ahead and we'll talk about game 3. I just wanted to. That's not what I wanted to know, but
honestly, okay, and I'll go deeper into the question for you, just to kind of like so we don't dismiss it. I didn't mean to make you feel like that, dude. So pretty much the way that I viewed it, and I do all like the drafting for this team. Yeah, like he has a good Alarak, and we know it's there, but we know exactly how they're going to ban and how they're going to pick if they pick up that Alarak. We know it's first pick, and we have a very good Alarak player on our side, as you saw from their bans afterwards. They won't even play against it. So I thought, like, you know, maybe it'd be like a gentleman's duel that they would let the Alarak through and let Eason play it. But we just picked around the Alarak. We targeted him in team fights. First game, I don't think he got beyond 110 sadism. So second game, I wasn't concerned about him because we had Cho'Gall. It does give him potential to kind of snowball earlier in the games, which is why we fell behind a little bit from like ganks and poke damage, and we had to do our macro a little bit different. But in the grand scheme of things, it was very low on our priority list.
No, I get it.
I think I pointed it out because I said to Raven we were talking about it, and we mostly discussed the build. I don't know if you guys know Contender, but he was on Kegs last season. He's a notorious just Alarak, like he is the High Lord. Like every Discord he's in, that's his title in the Discords. So he did like a numbers crunch one day, and even before the nerfs to Show of Force, he actually found that the Chaos Reigns 4, whatever the level 4 is for the Q quest, it's actually better if you 3-stack that. It's miles better, and even if you only complete, I think, 2 of it, if you don't get the 3-stack, it's still a better talent because even in the late game, you don't lose the sadism. And I think every time I saw Alarak get to like 105, 110 area, the next team fight, you hard targeted him, deleted him, and then sadism was reset every time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think they're like actively looking for the sadism reset.
Yeah, and I don't think Alarak's good against Chen. And so, I mean, they didn't ban Chen game 1. They picked Alarak, and I feel like that's just an easy target in team fights.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what that's like. My panda's always banned.
I hope I made you proud outside of the first few minutes of game 1.
You did. I was proud of you. I wasn't trashing too much.
I'm sure you flamed the shit out of the stuff out of me.
Nah, when you fed game 1, I did, but I was just like, we're gonna let that go. It's the first game.
So, not to rush it along, but I do want to move into game number 3 because I do want to chat about your guys' future. In addition to these 2 games, so go ahead and take it, B-Chain. I know you wanna talk about.
All right, so When
Blame us.
you killed EK because he tried to 1v9, that was fantastic. Great Blaze CC. The turning on Zeratul in game 3 was great. You finally figured it out. Then you decide, look, we have bot wave. Look, bot keep is down. Let's go mid. Sylvanas, do you have trait? Sylvanas says yes. Do you turn tower off? No. Blaze eats a bunch of shots. Blaze leaves. Greymane eats a bunch of shots. Greymane leaves. You turn the tower off for 1 second and then you all died. I just want to know who made the call to go mid.
So it was 100% me, and it's something that I know you can say.
I saw the pings, dude. I knew it was you.
I knew. I know that you knew, and I know that you know. Okay, so it's fine. But it was 100% me. I made the call, and luckily everyone's kind of on board. But there was hesitation. It's a call that I've made before and had success with. I guess I tunnel visioned, and I didn't realize how low some people were. And when I'm taking that keep, it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter because we're going to get through it. We're going to end the game. But it mattered more than I thought. And
if
that was game 3. Yeah. So there you go.
If that keeps off that whole time, you guys win. I mean, that really much that to me that is a little bit of a misplay. Again, Silva's one of the heroes I play quite a bit, so I don't know if it was communicated. Hey, turn this shit off so that we can go through and end the game.
Yeah, I think there was
I know Bunker
hesitation.
was on CD. I looked right at Bunker and I was like, oh, he doesn't have Bunker for this.
I know.
Nah, but okay, so game 4, so game 4. I was concerned for most of the draft, but how did you guys feel just looking at the draft? Like when their draft was done and yours was done, how did you guys feel going into game 4? Because you finally let the Gul'dan through.
Yeah. So I guess since it's drafting, I think Dank DC'd, but
Kappa.
since the way that I looked at the draft, they definitely had a lot of CC. They were good early game. Imperius trades up for sure into Chen until you get elusive brawler.
Yep.
So it was a tough game, but I knew that we scaled better than they did. I know that Schumann goes Q Quest, so I wasn't worried about the echoed corruption burst. So they had a lot of CC, but their burst was kind of lacking, I thought. And we had a lot of poke with. We had Synchrony on Hanzo, which is one of his better heroes, and he put in a lot of work. Same with our Kel'Thas. We had the Ana pick. I felt pretty good about it. I knew we were going to fall behind a little bit, but I wasn't too concerned because I knew about around level 13 when I got enough to share that we were going to start winning the game.
Yeah, I won't talk about the Gul'dan build.
I know his build, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as we loaded in, I was like, oh, okay, let's look. And then I saw things, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, okay, well, let's see what happens at 16. And then I saw 16. I was like, okay, well, it happens. But no, you said you knew the build, and I feel like a lot of Gul'dan's builds are very telegraphed. You know exactly what each one can do.
Mm-hmm.
That hero for me, I have it at 120 almost, so I know exactly what each build does. I've played them all. And when you guys let it through, I was extremely surprised because you had hard banned it almost all series, and then it just turned out you guys were ready for it. So
yeah, well, that build he goes is extremely good on Voskaya. It's extremely good on Infernal, and it's extremely good on Tomb. It's not good on Alterac Pass.
No, yeah, so, it's small range, close encounter because that's what Q is.
Yeah, and so I mean, he does it to poke and clear waves and provide that extra damage, but he should have gone E-build. I'm not trying to flame him or anything. He plays what he's comfortable with, but
I already did that. Don't worry. Flame me, chat.
In that particular game, you need to go E-build as Gul'dan because you need to finish targets. So for me, I was okay letting it through. I had a different priority for that map and what I'm banning. I did do some scouting on these guys. I was almost 100% accurate as to what they would ban and what we would ban. So outside of our flub in game 3, I thought everything went as planned.
Well, that's all I got. Raven, what do you got?
Nothing about tonight. Like I said, you guys, game one, 2, and 3, those were not necessarily back and forth, but there was a lot of swing, and it made it really entertaining to watch. Game 4, you guys were just incredibly dominant. Just at no point did I feel like you guys were really on a huge back foot. Granted, the first 8 minutes I was dealing with stream issues, so I could be wrong, but like I said, it felt like looking at the end of the game, 18-5. You guys just kind of rolled over and showed that you kind of pretty much deserve to, go into the B grand finals, which is kind of the last point I wanted to talk about. You Are Not Alone versus Phoenix Rising Onyx, the number 1 and number 2 teams in B West. How do you feel about either of these teams?
I mean, everyone that plays in Division B knows that B West is a division under B East, right? You guys know that, right?
So, last season we gave Beast Coast we let them move on and take the victory. But yeah, no. But no, seriously, You Are Not Alone, undefeated.
Yeah.
Phoenix Rising Onyx.
Yeah, no, seriously though, like I will admit I am kind of thinking You Are Not Alone is going to take that series. I've done more watching of their games through the season. I do think that there were a couple teams that didn't perform as well through the regular season that I thought were just as good as Yana in B East.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
And so I mean, like there's definitely, I think they had a very good season. But this is a different season, right? And I think it's going to be our hardest matchup to date if we do end up playing them, or even if we end up playing Onyx as well. Like if we play them, it's going to be an incredibly hard matchup because they beat Yana. I'm looking forward to it. I do like my chances. I do like our team's chances. I like our drafts. I think that I have a pretty good plan going into both series.
All right. Well, I again coming from Division B myself with B Train here, I'm excited to see you guys put up a show because God knows that we didn't put up much of a show last week, so we would like to see a 7-game or 5-game B finals. So good luck to you, B Train. You got anything else?
Don't end mid. #peace.
Noted. Thank you.
Nah, man, I'm just messing with you.
No, it's okay. I figured you guys were flaming me all game, and that's fine. Like, I think B-Train, we've played together before, and you just like flat out flamed me before, and that's okay, dude.
I mean, I flat out flame everybody though, so it's
I
even.
know. So my question to you guys: did you guys catch any of my B steps or no?
I got a couple. I saw a couple.
Okay.
I didn't say anything because like I'm the B step overlord. But I mean, you know what? I'll do some off-season training with you. We'll get you in shape. I'll bring you back. I got you.
Good to know. I know you're kicking me out, but shout out to my team, Dankstrom, Synchrony, Al, and Eason. You guys are awesome, and it's been a great postseason. Shout out to NGS admins and the moderators or the board. There's been some, and if you look in Division B chat right now, there's been some drama around us. So thank you for sorting that out in the nicest way possible. And looking forward to the finals. Thank you guys.
And shout out to your healer, the first 2 games. They were on Anna. I hope I said their name right. And if I didn't, apologies.
How'd you say it?
I can't remember because I don't know what the name was.
I think it's Alankia.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Now I'm gonna go look through my match history. Hold on. I'm gonna do this the right way. Okay, so I said Alankia. That's what I said. Am I right?
Yeah. That's right.
Yes, I nailed it. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then we had Eason on game 4.
Yeah, I said that like 9 different ways the whole night. So.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. I'm gonna pop out.
All right, bud. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good games, you guys.
All right, peace.
Well, everyone, I do want to thank you very much for joining me here this evening for this, once again, B East Division Final, or Coastal Final. As you see on the screen here, we have Saltscale, Mrgles taking 3-1 over Party Time, going into the Division B Grand Finals. Take a look over here at our bracket here for B West. You Are Not Alone versus Phoenix Rising Onyx. This is tomorrow, being casted by, I believe, Arrow. I think I caught that in the chat. So please show up to his stream, show him some love, and find out who is going to ultimately be playing in this grand finals of Division B. I do want to just verify real quick, make sure that is who is playing, or who is casting. Yes, You Are Not Alone, Phoenix Rising Onyx, Arrow, RG, right there. I'll post it in chat. give a little bit of a free advertisement on my own stream for anybody who is interested. There you go. But once again, B-Train, thank you for joining me this evening. It's been a blast.
What it do, baby?
And everyone, have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.
In the Nexus.
Peace.